Two teams that should meet every single year. That's for some reason they don't, but now they are this year in the Swamp. Really intriguing game. Mike, I think this is a fun game in that we're seeing two senior quarterbacks, Cam Ward with Miami, Graham Mertz for Florida. How do you see it playing out?
I think Miami's clearly got the better quarterback here. I think Cam Ward is one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Frankly, I think he's extremely dynamic and will be in this offense. But to me, the story is just all of the transfers. We've seen Miami consistently really underperform, whether it's because of on the field execution by personnel, coaching decisions, whatever it is. There is a negative connotation around this Miami football program in certain spots, and there's an extremely positive connotation around the Swamp. Yes, it is one of the more difficult places to go win a football game, but this Florida team, in my opinion, is nowhere near peak Florida teams. They could be by the end of the season, absolutely no doubt there, but I like this Miami team. I think that they're going to be extremely hard to stop. You talk about taking deep shots down the field. I think this team's going to move the football methodically down the field. I think they're going to play this literally 10 yards at a time because I think they have the personnel to do it with the running back situation and with Cam Ward at quarterback. So I love the price point here. You can find it as low as -130, as high as -152 in some places in the market. Just a wild difference. But I think this number should be closer to -170. I think they should be a -4.5 point favorite. So I'll take Miami here in the Swamp.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Mike. I love Miami in this ballgame. They're just a better team across the board, offensively and defensively. Cam Ward is my number 2 quarterback in the 2025 NFL draft behind the clear-cut number 1, Shedeur Sanders. And when you have a quarterback that can enhance an offense, when you have 2 great tailbacks in Martinez and Fletcher as well, this team can beat you in a multitude of ways. But the matchup I'm more interested in is this Hurricanes defensive front versus this Florida offensive line. I do think Graham Mertz is very underrated, has gotten better over the last 2 years of his career in Florida and also the last time we saw him in Wisconsin. So I feel like he's going to make some throws. He can throw on the move. He throws a lot of intermediate passes rather well. But will that offensive line be able to hold Miami? Can those transfers come in and hit the ground running for the Hurricanes? But I do like them overall. Yes, it'll be a nice environment for them. But at the end of the day, the better team will still win. I think that's Miami.
We are going over 5.5 players leaving with the cramps. We are going over, 89.5 fans passed out in the stands for a 3:30 mid-afternoon kickoff, 90 degrees, 70% humidity, partly cloudy. Yikes. I see explosive plays on explosive plays. You got too many athletes on the field. Both of these teams have so much at stake. I think there's going to be a lot of mistakes made. I think this game could get very dumb. And I think that those mistakes will lead to scores just because of the potential that you have. But the thing that I'm watching is Miami's pace and tempo, because Shannon Dawson, their offensive coordinator, has a coaching history that includes playing with a little bit of up-tempo pace. Miami did not do it as much last year, but I think it's because of the lack of faith that they had in the quarterback play. That is not the case with Cam Ward. I think if Miami pushes the pace, well, then they're going to really run up the scoring. They're going to force Graham Mertz to take more shots downfield. Who knows? Maybe even we see DJ Lagway. So in a game that I am fascinated to see how it plays out, the only thing I'm the most confident in is it's going to be hot, sweaty, dumb, and over the total.
Boy, Chip, I would love to place some prop bets on some of those other totals that you just gave us there. Fans passed out in the stands, players going off with cramps. I'll let you keep track of that and report back next week how we did on those overs. But actually, I love your game over at 54.5. Which defense is going to show up? I think both offenses should be electric with veteran QBs. I think it's really interesting that Emory said that Cam Ward is his number 2 ranked quarterback in the 2025 class. Carson Beck nowhere to be seen. We'll talk about that as the season goes along. Cam Ward, really dynamic player, and I think he's going to have a really good season. The Billy Napier downfall at Florida starts on Saturday. Miami 34, Florida 31. I agree with all of you.